Very good evening to all of you. Once again, in this video, we are going to talk about the and generation and conduction of nerve impulse. It is a very complicated topic and very important topic of this chapter. So, how the nerve impulse or the stimulus is arised in the neuron and how it is the nerve impulse is generated and it is conducted. That's what we are going to study in this particular video. So first of all, let me draw the axonal membrane here. Suppose this is the axon of the neuron. An axon of the neuron has some ion channels called sodium potassium pump. These are called sodium Na plus K plus pump. So suppose this neuron is not conducting any impulse. So it is in the polarized state. How it is in the polarized state? Because of these sodium potassium pump. What these sodium potassium pumps are doing? Suppose in case 1, it is not conducting any impulse. So it is in the polarized state. Polarized state. So suppose this neuron is in polarized state. How it is in polarized state? Because these pumps are pumping 3 Na plus outside, 3 ions outside and 2 ions inside, K plus ions inside. So when it is in polarized state, this membrane of the axon is almost impermeable to Na plus, but it is permeable to K plus, as well as it is impermeable to negatively charged proteins inside the exoplasm in this case. So negatively charged proteins are not going outside, and this pump is sending these ions, 3 ions inside, Na plus ions, so which creates a ion gradient. So that's why the outer membrane is having positive charge whenever it is in polarized state. Why? Because Na plus are much more present in outside of the exoplasm. Less Na plus because of the less Na plus ions and because of negatively charged proteins. Negative charged proteins present in the exoplasm are in much more quantity than the fluid outside the exoplasm. So that's why inside it is negative charge, because there is more negative charge proteins and less Na plus ions, more K plus ions, less more Na plus ions present outside and less negatively charged protein. That's why positive charge outside the membrane. This is the polarized state of neuron or axon. So whenever the stimulus is applied to the site, suppose this is the site where stimulus is applied. So what happens whenever stimulus is applied to the site? Suppose somebody is touching to this portion of the skin. So neurons are present under the skin, having the stimulus of the touch. So whenever stimulus is applied, what is stimulus? The external changes happens in the surrounding. So the information coming from those external changes, this creates a stimulus and this polarized state becomes depolarized. And the see, this positive and negative charge, this is electrical difference present inner and outer surface of the axon is known as, this is known as the resting potential. Resting potential. whenever the polarized state is present in the axon. This is resting potential. The electrical difference present inner and outer surface of the axon. What happens whenever stimulus is applied? The polarity is reversed. There is a rapid influx of Na plus ions inside the cell. So many Na plus ions will come inside the axon. So this site, let's give this site name site A. This site becomes depolarized and the polarity is reversed, and the electrical difference or the negative positive outside, negative inside whenever it is in polarized, but whenever stimulus is applied, the electrical difference is reversed. There, because of the rapid influx of Na plus ions inside the axon, this side becomes positive charge from inside and simultaneously negative charge outside. So at the A side, the polarity is reversed, so it is depolarized. Depolarized. And this depolarized site having the nerve impulse. This is known as the nerve impulse, or also having the another name action potential. This is action potential where action is going on. This is action potential at the site A because of the influx of Na plus ions. And what happens? See, because there is positive charge ions, positive charge present inner surface at site A. Now, whenever it is conducting the impulse, action potential or nerve impulse, current flows from positive to this side, negative, in the inner surface, and current flows from this side to this side at the outer surface. So this impulse which was generated first here at the A side comes to the side B. Let's say suppose this is side B, and the polarity will be again reversed in this side. Suppose this is side B. So again this will have a positive charge, the outside will have a negative charge. So in this way the impulse which was initially generated at the site A comes to the site B because current is flowing in this direction. And this is how the nerve impulse comes from site A to site B, or nerve action potential comes from site A to site B. And simultaneously, the nerve impulse comes from B to site C and D and so on. So this is how the nerve impulse is transmitted from A to B to C, and the action potential transmits. So this is how the generation and the conduction of nerve impulse takes place inside the neuron. Again, this A site will again be polarized. So this is going on whenever the neuron is conducting the impulse. I hope it is clear now. It is. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much.